Hello everyone, my name is Quamia Ross, and today my message is called She Actually Climbed on Top of Me. Now, first of all, I'm making this video because I am tired and fed up with being assaulted, attacked, violated, stalked, harassed, and nothing's being done about it. I feel like I have no rights, I have no protection, I have no one to defend me. There's no defense for me. I can't go and get legal help. I can't go and seek help from the police enforcement or local authorities. I've prayed many times, many of days, and shed tears and talked to God about this situation that has constantly been occurring, and it's getting worse. And I'm speaking out now because it's like I'm tired of being victimized and targeted and bullied and oppressed. No one should have to go through life feeling like they have no rights and anyone can just do whatever they want to them. I feel like I'm treated worse than an animal. I feel like I've been hunted and targeted like a deer. And even animals have rights. You know, there's certain seasons to hunt an animal, or the ducks that cross the street, you know, they're protected. They have the rights of endangered species. But here, me as a human being, I don't have any rights. And that's what I'm getting tired of. I'm getting tired of the fact that there's so much protection for all these different groups out here, but there's no protection for followers of Jesus Christ. And when I come to God, who I feel is supposed to be defending me and helping me, it's like he doesn't hear me, or he wants me to pray for another person. Yes, I pray for these people, but the thing is, no one should have a right to violate me and target me and do whatever they want to me. And I'm tired of it, and I want legal consequences. I really do, because think about it like this. If I walked into someone's home and stole from them, assaulted them, sexually violated them, harassed them, targeted them, followed them around everywhere, that would be considered legal crimes, and I would pay the consequences for it. Yet people are allowed to do these things to me and my children, my family, every single day, and there's no repercussions. And it's like we just have to suck it up and deal with it. I have been dealing with a stubborn pursuer in my life, as I've revealed on this channel, that there are people who have used sorcery and witchcraft to target me. Now, I specifically talked about a woman by the name of Kiana Palmer, and there are many playlists. There's actually a playlist and many videos I've made on here with significant proof showing that this woman has targeted me for many years, probably well over 10 years, has targeted my children and done things to us in the spiritual realm. Now, this woman has made, posted things on her page and pretty much tried to make me look bad, saying that, I was stalking her, saying that I lied and I was crazy. But, what I've done, I don't stalk this woman, but I do periodically check her social media pages, because I'm collecting evidence and proof. This is what I've been doing now for the last 2 years. Since this has been brought to my attention, I've been collecting evidence and proof. Now, the woman recently posted on her social media page, her Facebook page, talking about being a sorceress, telling people to be sorceress. So to me, that shows that, she's admitting to what she is, and she's encouraging other people to do these things. She's glamorizing sorcery and being a sorceress. Now, if you look at the dictionary, I actually took the liberty to pull up the definition of sorceress to let you all know that this stuff actually exists. A sorcerer is a witch. A sorceress is a witch, a female witch who actually uses magic to commit harm to other people. Now, as I told you all, I'm going to get into what happened in just a minute. As I told you, this woman has been targeting me for years. I noticed it when my features started changing. I started developing these big dark circles under my eyes. As you can see over here, the circles are still permanently there. I mean, I did whatever I could, buying skincare products, using natural remedies and fasting and doing other things to try and make the dark marks go away, but they're still there. They're not as prominent, but these are permanent marks now. I had eczema all over my face, which I never had before, but I looked at this woman. She had a horrible case of acne, and these big dark patches over her whole eye is still there somewhat. But basically, she has been casting off all her burdens, putting them on me. My skin still itches to this day. I have permanent dark markings around me. My entire complexion and face has been destroyed by this woman. Not only that, I would wake up some days and my body would be completely transformed. I'm a naturally short woman, standing about no more than 5 feet 4 inches tall. Some days I would get out of, wake up and walk into the bathroom, look in the mirror, and I would look like I'm several inches taller. I would look like I'm about 5'7" or 5'8", and sometimes 5 feet 9 inches tall. I actually was towering over my mother and other people. And I would notice things changing about my body. Like, I was a naturally mesomorph girl. I had a very muscle toned body, which means I had more muscle than fat. It was easy for me to lose weight. I was very strong and athletic. All my life, I was able to easily run and jump and kick and do all these things. My body started changing to more of an endomorph build. I could not gain any muscle. I would exercise no matter what and would continue to see all this fat on my body. I have to walk around in shame. I'm going to show you a couple pictures of how my legs look. I have all this fat piled up on my thighs. You can see all this cellulite. You can see that I actually have cankles now on my legs, and I have never looked like this. What this woman has done is transferred all of her fat into my body. She's done things to lighten her skin by taking my complexion. She's even targeted my daughter now, who, has her skin complexion has changed drastically and gotten significantly darker. She has acne and things on her face. She's a lot larger, and she's basically targeted everyone in my family. And what I'm tired of is the fact that I have no rights, that someone can sit here and cast their burdens on me and I have to walk around in shame. I get up every day and I work out. Even though some days I have significant pain when I get out of bed, I have significant pain in my kneecaps and my ankles, and it's very hard to walk on some days. And that's due to the fact that God let another sorcerer attack me for many years. I would wake up in excruciating pain. Sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would feel something sharp and heavy, some sharp, heavy object just hitting me repeatedly on my kneecaps and cutting into my ankles. And I would cry literal tears, asking God to take the pain away. And I knew these were demons and demonic spirits, and God was showing me that people were using, magic and things to attack me, and it would not stop. And I endured that for many years. So now as a result of that, I do have permanent damage to my body, which I know eventually I'm going to have to probably get surgery for it anyway. But it just shows you how God has allowed these people to destroy my life and destroy things about me and my children. Now let's go back to this woman. I will wake up some days and see my whole physical features changing. My nose would be flared up. Like I said, my bones would be larger. I didn't have cankles. My arms and things would be heavy and big. And this woman was a larger woman. I have all these pictures I put up about how she used to look on my other videos for the playlist I've done. And I would see my whole shape just transform. All of a sudden, I would have all this fat on my buttocks, all this fat all over my thighs would feel so heavy to the point that it's hard to walk. And sometimes I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. And I have asthma. I have other ailments. And it's like, it's hard to carry around all that fat. And God constantly he's been sustaining me. But the thing is, it has not stopped. I have been praying and you know, things will go back and I'd see the fat come off and I get smaller, but just go to bed at night and wake up in the morning and see it back on me again, which means that this woman has been constantly targeting me and fighting to continue to keep putting her burdens on me. Now, I didn't know how she was doing this. I asked God, I says, how is this woman able to keep putting herself inside me? I would see myself when I look in the mirror. I would see a resemblance of her face. I would take pictures and see her face. I would see certain features of hers standing out in my body. And I says, Lord, I want you to move this woman. How's her soul attached to mine? I would start, you know, I'm a naturally vegetarian woman. I've been vegetarian for many years, and meat disgusts me. The thought of just eating dead flesh disgusts me. And some days I would wake up and I'm like, oh, I have a craving for fried chicken. And even when I did eat chicken, I rarely ate fried chicken. I would eat grilled or sauteed chicken, baked chicken most of the time. And I knew then that she was somehow morphing herself, transferring herself in my soul, which means when our souls are connected, or she pushes her soul onto mine, I have her desires, I have her thoughts, I have her physical features, her personality, and all these things that she in turn takes from me. So she has been taking things, my DNA. Sometimes I wake up with cuts, big scratches and cuts all over my skin, and the Lord was revealing to me she's still in my DNA. Now, this is stuff that actually happens. I know this is an extreme part of witchcraft, but it does talk about sorcery in the Bible. There are people who practice witchcraft. There are people who are demonically possessed, and and this stuff is real. So if you don't believe in it, you know, you're fortunate because you have not experienced it. But, you know, the Lord does say in the Bible, it says in the word that people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So you could have someone targeting you and don't even know it. But the Lord, it took many years for me to figure out who my adversaries were and who was targeting me. And I didn't know how she was able to do this. So one night recently, probably about not even a week ago, I was lying down in the middle of the morning, and normally I'm asleep at this time. But I knew God had me up for a reason. I could not sleep. My eyes were open. It was like 2:45 in the morning. And I had to go to work in the morning. So I'm just like, I need to go to sleep. But I was just lying there. I could not sleep. And so I felt something climb on top of me. And I could feel the girth. Like this was something heavy just climbing on me. And then it proceeded to go and push down on my body, like pushing itself down to like come inside. And I'm like, oh, really? And I knew what it was because I got instantly a word of knowledge from the Holy Spirit that this woman was climbing inside my soul. And this is what she's been doing every single night. And that's why I would wake up and I would see, you know, some days my body is transformed, or I would have her physical features, or certain things would be different. And I walked up, I immediately got up, because I was disgusted at this point, because I had already taken so much off this woman. Like I said, she destroyed my skin. She targeted my son, literally went through an entire transformation of changing her son's features and stealing my son's features, putting eczema on him, destroying him. I posted all of this on my Facebook page, and she targeted me for many years, followed me around, emulated everything I'd done, copied things, followed me around in the spiritual realm. And I was angry because I'm like, this is going too far, Lord. I know this woman is disturbed and troubled, and I've done everything I could to pray for her. But this letting someone climb into my soul, that is completely a violation of my privacy and my rights. I walked into the bathroom. I looked in the mirror and I said, get out of me. I told her, I said, get out of me. And I called her name. I said, leave now. Get out. You will not cast your burdens on me. You are not going to be in my soul. So she continued to stay there. I felt her still there. So I said, if you do not leave, I'm going to embarrass you on the internet, because I've already been posting things about her. I said, I'm going to embarrass you on the internet. I'm going to post a video and embarrass you. And then I felt her pulling herself out of me after I said that. So that tells me here, because I originally thought that this woman was just so deranged and disturbed emotionally that she couldn't help herself, didn't know what she was doing. But it shows me that she actually does know what she's doing. And she's very sneaky. She's very calculating. She targets people who she can get away with it, with people who are defenseless, people like me. She won't target someone who knows witchcraft or sorcery, who can, you know, put spells back on her, who fight back. She doesn't target people who have a huge following or a big voice, who would expose her completely and bring shame to her. She only messes with people who are like myself, defenseless, people who don't have a lot of people around in their corner. It's just me, my mom, and my small children. We have no one. We don't have any family. We have no one. So the thing is, I look at this like I'm in a vulnerable state. Now, the Lord has already shown me how this woman has done things sexually to me, has violated me. She comes to my home almost every single night when I'm asleep and does things to me. And, you know, I'm at the point where I'm tired of it, because, you know, no one should be allowed to violate and harass and stalk anyone. I don't care if you're using witchcraft or sorcery. It should not be happening. And I asked God to protect me from this woman. I understand she might need help. She needs saved. But you know what? I can't force someone to get help. They have to help themselves. If I pray for you, you're supposed to go to God, not make excuses and think everybody's supposed to carry your burdens. And that's the problem with these people. They think, oh, because we're a Christian, they can take advantage of us. We're supposed to just let them do whatever they want to us and just pray for them. That's not supposed to be, because the Bible said the wicked should not go unpunished. The Bible said he had vengeance of our adversaries. He says there's a lot of scriptures in there that talks about the fate of the wicked and those who've done evil and sorceries. It says, it talks about those who have committed sorceries losing their children and their spouses because of all the sorceries and bewitchments that they've done. It talks about evil coming upon those who have committed all these sorceries and who have not renounced those sins and repented and turned away from them. It talks a lot about them having plagues and pestilence and diseases and being cut off, and their own wickedness, having their own curses put upon them. And so there is many of scriptures talking about the consequences of people like this. But the thing is, I have not seen any of those consequences. The thing is, I sit here every day targeted, my children targeted, and we're tired of being victimized by this woman. She has sat here and literally destroyed my name and my reputation. I feel like she's gotten away with doing it, that she's taken so much of my life. I sit here walking around in literal shame. And right now I have a job. I have a new job where I'm afraid I won't even be able to perform the duties of the job because this woman continues to keep loading me down with her fat every day. Every single day I loaded down all this weight on my body. And she portrays herself, oh, now she wants to run a triathlon, and she portrays herself like she exercises, but she's really just transforming fat onto me and my children and doing everything she can because she's selfish. I have a job now that's physically demanding, which means I have to walk a lot. I have to do a lot of heavy lifting. And it's hard to do all of that when you have all this weight on you from other people, when you have excess fat. I get up every day, no matter what, no matter how much pain I'm in, and I try my best. I will try to work out and get in and exercise every day, whether it's just walking. I do something. I have seen many people, paraplegics who have no legs, literally out there working out and exercising, whether they're using a robotic leg or doing something to strengthen themselves. There's been a video circulating around recently where a woman who was basically had no legs, just her torso, she had her upper body, was doing push-ups on the floor, doing a bunch of push-ups. So this tells me if a person who is hindered and limited by these physical capabilities that they have no control over, and they can still get up and exercise, do whatever it takes and not make excuses, it shows me that this is a lazy, vindictive woman who just wants to make excuses and wants to throw a pity party and make everyone feel sorry for her. The thing is, she wants everyone to carry her burdens when she's not trying to do a thing to get the help that she needs for herself. She wants to hold grudges and talk all the time about how people have mistreated her and hurt her. But guess what? You've mistreated me. She has mistreated me and my children who have done nothing to her. All I've done was exposed her. I don't know her from Adam, and I don't know why she has decided to target me. I've done everything I could to pray for her, but the thing is, I want justice now, because I should not have to keep enduring constant abuse of someone, invasion of privacy, having someone stalk me, having someone literally assault me and violate me and my children, having someone take things from us, having someone cast their burdens off on us. It's like urinating on me. It's like you're throwing your garbage on me like I matter to no one. And I'm tired of not mattering. I have rights too. You might not like me, but I have rights. As a human being, I should have rights. And that's why I said there should be laws that intervene when people are violating and using, weapons such as witchcraft and spells and magic to hurt and destroy other people's lives. We shouldn't have to sit here and just endure it. And when we have proof, significant proof, these people should be able to be criminally prosecuted and do jail time, because these are crimes being committed. I have called out to God, and I have not yet gotten an answer as to why he's allowed all this to happen. But I'm at the point where I'm tired of it. I'm tired of dealing with this emotional distress because of this woman constantly targeting me and my children. She will not leave me alone. I try not to talk about her anymore. I've prayed and I've dedicated my life the last probably couple months to just praying for this woman. But she continues to violate me and harass me and my family. There has been some days where I would just smell an odor of a woman's vagina coming out of nowhere, and I would know it's her lingering there. The Lord will let me know she's there in the spiritual realm, coming there, watching me around. Sometimes flies, she'd send flies to follow me around. I've dealt with this before, and it's like, I get it, you were abused. I get it, you had all this stuff happen. But if you don't go to God to forgive and to receive healing and deliverance, there's nothing that can be done for you at all. You can't keep using that excuse. There's many people who have been abused. There's many people who have had things done to them. Yes, it's not right, but it's not right either for you to target other people. And like I said, this woman has calculating. She targets certain people, mostly fair-skinned, attractive women, because she has a complex about herself. And she has targeted me, made me the subject and target of her hatred and her bitterness and her anger, and she's destroyed my life. And what I want now is just justice. I'm speaking out about this because I want justice for me and my children. I want justice because I'm tired of people violating me. I'm tired of people doing things to me and getting away with it. I'm tired of being targeted by the kingdom of darkness. I'm supposed to have protection, but I don't have any protection. That's the thing. People have been allowed to do whatever they want to me and my family, and it's time that it ends. So I'm asking those of you who are in the Holy Spirit, if you know and you've seen this, please share the video and pray for me and my family. Thank you.